Crisis opportunity number 7, make your capability portfolio future robust. How much will your current capabilities be worth in the future? Who will pay how much for your capabilities, for your skills? I mean you personally, and I mean the capabilities of your company. Many companies are very good at doing things today that will not be needed anymore in the future. Your company too? The crisis accelerates the change, and it will make some of your skills obsolete faster than you can imagine. The capabilities of German automakers in combustion engines are virtually unrivaled. Well over 100 years of experience have given them a lead that is hard to match. And the Chinese have recognized and acknowledged the uncatchability of this German lead, and have not tried to fight it with all of their power. No, they are strategically focusing on the electric drive, which is drastically simpler and can be built by virtually anyone, at least in the basic sense. The Chinese leapfrog. The electric cars, moreover, will have ever greater advantages in terms of performance, environmental sustainability, and cost in the future. Yes, and also in terms of joy of driving. It is my assumption that in the developed countries, in the year 2030, almost nobody will buy a car with a combustion engine anymore. And a few years later, this will also apply to trucks and ultimately to all vehicles. In Europe, and especially in Germany, we will then be extremely good at something that is no longer needed. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people have spent their training and their working lives with a combustion engine. They have mastered the complexity of the more than 1,500 moving parts of a combustion engine to perfection. But with a mere 20 moving parts of a battery electric vehicle, there are simply fewer things to master. In a comparatively short time, the capabilities of these many people will lose their value dramatically. Changing production is already a huge investment, but to convert so many people and their capabilities from the old world to the new world is an even greater and more difficult challenge. And that's not all. Customer-facing software has never been a particular focus for traditional automotive OEMs, at least not compared to Tesla, where software employs a very large percentage of the workforce. The minimal marginal cost of software will also lead to a situation where this is precisely where the money will be earned in the future. Even today, in the latest vehicles of German and European manufacturers, customer-side software is much more complicated and cumbersome than it should be. The user experience is still less pleasant than interface designers can actually provide today, and more so in the future. Remember the Nokia N97 from 2010? It was supposed to be the iPhone killer, but you could see the old thinking in the device. Even 3 years after the launch of the iPhone, Nokia wasn't able to learn fast enough, and the rest is a well-known history. Please do not think that this is just about these obviously vulnerable industries. Just as free Google Maps first destroyed the navigation market and then significantly reduced the value of a taxi driver's skills who used to have the entire city in their head, this will happen again with AI and self-driving cars. As I mentioned in a previous post, everything that humans can do cognitively, AI can today or soon do better. And everything that humans can do physically, robots can today or soon do better. We're facing a dramatic and radical change in the world of work. Valuable capabilities today can become almost worthless in a few years. You need time to retrain an entire company. Time that you only have if you start early enough. And you can only start early enough if you look ahead to future developments, especially technological ones. CRISPR-Cas9 will revolutionize medicine, agriculture, and nutrition. Additive manufacturing, 3D and 4D printing will change prosthetics and organ transplantation. And artificial intelligence will dramatically improve consulting and education while at the same time making them cheaper. And the second requirement, aside from starting early, is rigor in implementation. Compared to the speed and agility of disruptive startups and also to Asian competitors, we have a cultural and therefore very persistent competitive disadvantage. We are too cumbersome and too slow in many respects. We can no longer afford this, or we will have to live with a loss of economic power and prosperity. And now what? Take an inventory of your company's capabilities, which of course is the sum of all the skills of your employees. And the best way to do this is to make a table or use a spreadsheet. Column 1. For which skills and capabilities are you actually paid today? 1 line per capability. Column 2. Which of these capabilities can be taken over in the next few years by which types of artificial intelligence and/or robotics? Column 3. What other technologies will devalue these skills? Column 4. Which startups and scale-ups already promise to deliver your capabilities much better, easier, or cheaper today, even if you laugh at them today? This provides you with two kinds of insights. First, you know which capabilities are better performed by technology in the future than by your people. And gradually, and perhaps even from now on, you will have to invest less in these capabilities and more in substitutional technologies. And instead, help the people in your team to acquire new, more robust skills for the future. And second, you then know that the skills for which, despite thorough research, you have not found substitutive or disruptive technologies and business models, these are the skills that you, your team, and your company will still need as human capabilities in the future. Focused investment into the development of these skills is then required. Let me know, what do you think? What do you think about the skills that we really need for the future? I look forward to reading your comments. If you subscribe to this channel and also ring the bell, you will not miss any of the future opportunities still to come. See you at opportunity number 8. Have a bright future.